How you doing? You all right? I like your background.
Do you like how subtle it is?
This is the first time we've met face to face. How are you feeling about it?
I feel like I already know you, which is weird because we haven't met face to face before. And it's kind of odd, but I do feel like I kind of know you. I mean, you have been privy to some pretty confidential stuff,
Yeah.
which you have woven into the series. So I feel like we have got a relationship, Tom.
Well, I think script writing is as personal as diary writing. Even if you're not writing about yourself, you are putting everything of yourself into it. So I guess that's why we know each other, I guess. Her wants are really primal. She wants to get laid, she likes to eat, and in that way there's a kind of universality about it. I want to get laid and I like eating, so I can relate on that level.
Actually, Tom, yeah. Periods.
I know of them.
I know you do, but what is incredible is how you've covered them and how you've talked about them. But you've done it really well. How come? How did you do it so well?
I spoke to my mum and sister about it, which is quite interesting. And my mum told me that she used to take a tampon around with her because she's so excited about her first period and she gave it a name. So that's where that came from. And then I went out and I thought I'm going to buy some sanitary towels. So I went to a well-known superstore and I bought, I think it was £1 for 14. So it's 14p a towel, and they were like the size of my arm, these things.
Yeah, it would be. If you go cheap without wings, you're in a whole heap of trouble. You're in pillow territory. What about the crazy stuff? Why are you so good at writing that? Because you are great at writing.
I've had episodes myself of fragility in terms of mental health. So I don't know as well, but I think everyone is on the spectrum of mental health problems. Everyone who's ever lived.
I totally agree.
And that's why everyone can relate to the diaries and the character, because they see themselves as fragile as she is. And also because she doesn't like herself, and I think that is a real problem today in TV and in media, is that we're seeing the highlight reels of these beautiful people and comparing them to our own behind-the-scenes footage of our everyday lives, and it's not healthy. I think what comes across in your diary is that it's all right to be that way. And that was when I read the diary, I was so excited because I thought this could be very important to not just to young girls, but to young people and to whoever watches it, if we get it right, if we make sure people know it's all right to be different.
Sharon has far more balls to be vulnerable openly than I think I ever did at 17. And I think that's part of the genius. And I think I covered up my vulnerability sometimes with being a massive gob and being smart and not actually very nice at times and aggressive. And I think that part is chipped off and she can be a lot softer. And I think she's nicer. She's a nicer version of me.
I felt a bit nervous making up stuff about your life and obviously creating a 6-arc narrative because I'm inventing things that didn't happen to you. And I'm inventing characters who weren't around you, you know, so.
But that's fine because for me, if you want the facts, read the book. If you want an incredibly entertaining TV series based on the book, which I think dramatises the themes of the book absolutely brilliantly, then they exist as two separate things as far as I'm concerned that are interlinked with each other.
Yeah.
I was fine with you taking the essence of me then because that's not me now. That character doesn't exist anymore, and that's why I'm so completely happy to put her out there.
So how would you feel about me writing a 6-part series about your life now?
I think it'd be a bit dull. Initially, I thought the era was a big part of it. And for fans of the book, it probably kind of will be. But I love the 90s. The Oasis, I wasn't in love with Liam, but I probably would have been if I'd been 17.
Yeah.
And I can say, actually, I was in love with Jarvis, and to some degree, still regard him as our greatest modern poet, and went to see him at the Blackpool Tower Ballroom and nearly died of pleasure at the end of '95. So I love '90s. You know, to me that's still a great era, so it was fine. You moving that was fine. The great and slightly worrying thing is that it doesn't matter. You could have set it in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s. The background changes, but the themes don't. The thing that we've really worked hard on, and which I love, and to me is the most important thing, is adolescent mental health. We don't take adolescent mental health seriously. We never have. We don't take childhood mental health seriously. We never have. So I'm thrilled that that's being covered in the series. And I hope that does something. I really, really do. I'm a bit nervous about it, but I'm not that nervous about it. It's like giving your baby over to daycare. You feel slightly concerned, but if you're leaving it in the hands of people you actually trust and respect and admire, you don't actually worry too much. So I'm not that nervous about it. I'm very excited about it.
Well, whatever you think, we tried our very best for you, so I hope you're lucky.
That's beautiful.
It's very nice to speak to you, Ray.
Tom, it's been adorable to speak to you, and
Yeah.
I cannot wait to squeeze you in person and take you for a very large drink.
Yes.
And thank you so much for your brilliant work on bringing Ray in speech marks to life.
Thanks very much. I look forward to seeing you.
God bless.
Sleep well.
Bye.
Night night.